Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea. I am from the North Country. I've lived in Vermont now for the last, I want to say decade. This is in fact my personality today, so I will not be taking it off for an educational video introduction. So please enjoy the pizzazz. Like I said, my name is Chelsea, but you honestly can call me anything and I'd probably turn around. That's mostly because I'm nosy and mostly because I had two brothers and my mother would always call me by their names. I also had 9 uncles, so she would go through a whole long list. Michael, Kevin, Keith, Alex, you. I was in fact the only girl. So I'm just kind of used to answering when someone's like, hey, you. Oh, yeah, how can I help you? I also work with those who are aging and or disabled. So often people don't remember my name, and they only remember like physical characteristics or maybe a part of my name. So I'm very used to being called things that aren't my name. So honestly, do not care. I have no emotional ties to my first name. You could use whatever. So my educational background, like I mentioned, I'm a senior, so this is one of my last classes, and I cannot wait to be done. I have a serious case of senioritis, so I am trying to get out as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I do enjoy pain because I will be attending law school in the fall at UNH. So, took a break and about to get right back in. So I probably am clinically insane, but as a social worker, I can't diagnose myself. Um, and when it comes to social media, I am a true 90s kid. So AOL chats and MySpace, watching Facebook come up, Instagram. I still remember all of their like original logos, which is really cool. I also am old enough to remember when eHarmony started their like, you can upload a video bio, and that's what this feels like. So if you want to go on a date, I'll have to ask my boyfriend. And then I'll have to schedule it with all my other obligations, but like, let's go get margaritas. No. In honestly, I think eHarmony was like the generational foundation for social media dating apps, which I think is super cool. And then it kind of led the way to everything else to kind of expand from there. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, I met my own partner on a dating app, and I think that's very common for people to do that now, especially with just the way that our life is set up nowadays. So I think that's really cool. And I saw Vine come and go. I do miss Vines, and they were roommates. And as well as being able to just connect with my friends. So I have been to 49 states. I've lived in 23 of them, and I have visited about 10 countries. So social media has allowed a platform to connect with people all over. And I think that's really exciting. Also, there's a lot of like support groups and friendships and things that you can build on social media that I think to be really impactful, especially in times of, emergencies or isolation and things of that nature. And there's also a lot of technology and social media that's being used to assist those who are aging and or disabled to feel the same level of connectivity to outside individuals. So I think personally, the only social media I feel like I don't have is a Twitter. Never had it, never used it. I think it's now called X. I probably will never use Twitter, but I do have Instagram. I do have Facebook. I have Snapchat. I do have a TikTok. I was definitely one of those people that were like, I'm not going to download it, and then ended up downloading it anyways. And I think in general, I just use social media to post stupid things. A lot of memes, a lot of laughs. It is not meant for any real purpose. I do have a LinkedIn. It's not been updated in years. And I know that it's such a great platform to seek out job opportunities, to build networking opportunities, things of that nature. I'm more of a person that loves that face-to-face connection and networking. So I definitely need to get better on that front of using social media and the internet to build my career pieces. When it comes to non-personal experience with social media, I have done things like media marketing. I have made, digital platforms. I have made sure that there were contests and Facebook posts uploaded, as I know the power of social media. It's free advertising a lot of the times. People will share and interact. They'll know more about your business. It is something that is an exceptional resource, and I constantly use it with work. And we're also constantly teaching the older generation to kind of embrace it and help them with a lot of their loneliness and other issues that they may struggle with. So I think in general, I feel very confident with social media, but know I could always learn more. There's a 10-year age gap between me and my younger brother, and he constantly will bring things up, and I'm like, what is that? So there's always room for improvement and knowledge, and things of that nature. So when I'm not doom scrolling, or at work, I definitely hang out with my animals, which are mostly like children. I do have one tattooed on me. I am that crazy. And I love watching really crappy television, like soap operas and reality TV. So in general, I feel like I'm a very boring person who uses social media to laugh and hopefully not get in arguments with other people on the internet. So I'm in recovery. But overall, I'm really excited to be in this course, and I look forward to it all. So